There's something utterly intoxicating about period romance films. The sweeping gowns, the forbidden glances, the ache of love constrained by society's rigid rules. These films transport us to eras where a single touch meant everything, and passion burned beneath layers of propriety. Here are the 10 greatest period romances ever made. Number 10. A Room with a View, 1985. In this merchant ivory masterpiece, Helena Bonham Carter stars as Lucy Honeychurch, a sheltered young Englishwoman whose life changes forever during a visit to Florence, Italy. There, she meets the free-spirited George Emerson, played by Julian Sands, whose passionate kiss in a sun-drenched field awakens something within her that proper English society had kept dormant. Back in England, Lucy becomes engaged to the stuffy Cecil Vyse, portrayed brilliantly by young Daniel Day-Lewis in one of his earliest film roles. But when George reappears in her life, she must choose between convention and her heart. The supporting cast is extraordinary. Maggie Smith, Judi Dench, and Denholm Elliott all deliver memorable performances. The film won 3 Academy Awards, including Best Adapted Screenplay, and launched Bonham Carter's remarkable career, perfectly capturing that Edwardian tension between propriety and passion. Number 9. The Age of Innocence, 1993. Martin Scorsese directing a period romance? Believe it. Daniel Day-Lewis plays Newland Archer, a wealthy New York lawyer in the 1870s engaged to the proper May Welland, played by Winona Ryder, who earned an Oscar nomination for the role. But when May's scandalous cousin, Countess Ellen Olenska, arrives, portrayed with devastating subtlety by Michelle Pfeiffer, Newland finds himself consumed by forbidden desire. This isn't Scorsese's typical fare, but the director treats 1870s New York high society like another kind of mob, one that kills with whispers and exclusion rather than violence. Day-Lewis, Pfeiffer, and Ryder were all Scorsese's first choices for their parts, and their chemistry is electric. The film won for Best Costume Design and earned 5 Academy Award nominations total. It's a heartbreaking exploration of roads not taken and love sacrificed to social expectation. Number 8. Dr. Zhivago, 1965. David Lean's sweeping epic spans decades of Russian history, from World War I through the Revolution, telling the story of Yuri Zhivago, a physician and poet played by Omar Sharif. Though married to the devoted Tanya, portrayed by Geraldine Chaplin, Yuri falls deeply in love with Lara, portrayed by the luminous Julie Christie in a performance that defined her career. Their affair unfolds against the chaos of revolution, with Maurice Jarre's haunting Lara's theme becoming one of cinema's most recognizable melodies. The supporting cast includes Rod Steiger as the villainous Komarovsky and Alec Guinness as Yuri's half-brother. The film won 5 Academy Awards and remains the 8th highest-grossing film of all time when adjusted for inflation. At over 3 hours, it's pure romantic sweep that leaves audiences emotionally devastated and wanting more. Number 7. The English Patient, 1996. Ralph Fiennes stars as a badly burned man being cared for by Nurse Hannah, played by Juliette Binoche, in an Italian monastery during World War II. Through haunting flashbacks, we learn he is Count Laszlo Almasi, a Hungarian cartographer who had a devastating affair with married Catherine Clifton, played by Kristen Scott Thomas in a performance of extraordinary depth. Their passionate romance in the Sahara Desert is one of cinema's most beautifully photographed love stories, with John Seale's cinematography capturing the endless dunes as a landscape of desire. The film swept the Academy Awards, winning 9 Oscars including Best Picture and Best Director for Anthony Minghella. Binoche won Best Supporting Actress, and both Fiennes and Scott Thomas received nominations. Willem Dafoe and Colin Firth deliver strong supporting performances in this unforgettable tale of love and wartime sacrifice. Number 6. Atonement, 2007. On a sweltering summer day in 1935, England, 13-year-old Bryony Tallis witnesses something she doesn't understand between her older sister Cecilia and the housekeeper's son, Robbie Turner. Her false accusation of a terrible crime destroys their lives and sets in motion decades of guilt and regret. James McAvoy and Keira Knightley deliver career-defining performances as the star-crossed lovers torn apart by a child's devastating lie. Director Joe Wright's stunning visuals including an unforgettable 5-minute tracking shot on the beach at Dunkirk that captures wartime chaos in a single unbroken take, earned the film 7 Oscar nominations. The innovative score incorporates the sound of typewriter keys, reflecting Bryony's role as a writer seeking atonement through fiction. The twist ending, where we learn the devastating truth about Cecilia and Robbie's fate, has reduced audiences to tears. Saoirse Ronan, only 13 herself, earned an Oscar nomination for playing young Bryony with chilling conviction. Number 5. Sense and Sensibility, 1995. Emma Thompson wrote the screenplay and stars alongside Kate Winslet in this gorgeous adaptation of Jane Austen's novel. Thompson plays sensible Eleanor Dashwood, while Winslet is her passionate sister, Marianne. When their father dies, they're left impoverished and must navigate the marriage market of Regency England. Hugh Grant is the reserved Edward Ferrars, while Alan Rickman brings quiet dignity to Colonel Brandon. Director Ang Lee crafted a film so beautiful it earned 7 Oscar nominations. Thompson won for Best Adapted Screenplay, becoming the first person to win Academy Awards for both acting and writing. Winslet's breakout performance launched her to stardom. Number 4. Emma, 2020. Anya Taylor-Joy brings fresh energy to Jane Austen's beloved matchmaker in this visually stunning adaptation. Emma Woodhouse, handsome, clever, and rich, amuses herself by meddling in others' romantic affairs while remaining blind to her own heart, especially regarding her longtime friend Mr. Knightley, played by Johnny Flynn with perfect blend of frustration and devotion. Director Autumn de Wilde, making her feature debut, fills every frame with candy-colored costumes and meticulous period detail, creating something that feels both faithful to Austen and delightfully modern. The supporting cast includes Bill Nighy as Emma's hypochondriac father and Mia Goth as the hapless Harriet Smith. The chemistry between Taylor-Joy and Flynn crackles with wit and romantic tension, building to a proposal scene that had audiences cheering. It's glorious proof that period romance can feel vibrant and contemporary while honoring its literary origins. Number 3. Titanic, 1997. James Cameron's epic romance needs no introduction. Leonardo DiCaprio plays Jack Dawson, a penniless artist who wins a third-class ticket aboard the doomed ship in a poker game. Kate Winslet is Rose DeWitt Bukater, a first-class passenger suffocating under societal expectations and an engagement to the cruel Cal Hockley, played with delicious villainy by Billy Zane. Their whirlwind romance, from the famous bow scene to the steamy car encounter to "I'm flying, Jack," unfolds against the greatest maritime disaster in history. Cameron recreated the ship in painstaking detail, and the sinking sequence remains one of cinema's most harrowing spectacles. The film won 11 Academy Awards, tied for the most ever, including Best Picture and Best Director. Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" became an inescapable anthem. With $2.2 billion worldwide, it held the highest-grossing film record for 12 years. Jack and Rose's love story defined an entire generation of moviegoers. Number 2. Gone with the Wind, 1939. Vivien Leigh delivers one of cinema's most iconic performances as Scarlett O'Hara, the willful Southern belle who survives the Civil War and Reconstruction through sheer determination. Clark Gable is equally legendary as Rhett Butler, the charming rogue who sees through Scarlett's manipulations yet loves her anyway. Their explosive chemistry created Hollywood's most quotable romantic scenes. At nearly 4 hours, the film chronicles Scarlett's obsession with the gentle Ashley Wilkes, played by Leslie Howard, her marriages of convenience, and her volatile relationship with Rhett. Olivia de Havilland earned acclaim as the saintly Melanie Hamilton. The film won 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Actress for Leigh. Hattie McDaniel made history as the first African-American to win an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Adjusted for inflation, it remains the highest-grossing film ever made. Frankly, my dear, it's simply essential viewing. Number 1. Pride and Prejudice, 2005, the greatest period romance ever filmed. Keira Knightley is Elizabeth Bennet, intelligent, witty, and fiercely independent. Matthew Macfadyen is Mr. Darcy, proud and seemingly cold, hiding deep feeling beneath aristocratic reserve. Their verbal sparring gives way to one of literature's most beloved love stories. brought to breathtaking life by director Joe Wright in his feature film debut. Every frame is painterly perfection. The misty dawn proposal where Darcy emerges from the fog, the rain-soaked first confession, that legendary hand flex after helping Elizabeth into the carriage that launched 1,000 fan tributes. Knightley earned a Best Actress Oscar nomination at just 20 years old, and the film captured 4 total Academy Award nominations. The supporting cast, including Brenda Blethyn, Donald Sutherland, and Judi Dench, is impeccable. It's the rare adaptation that honors Jane Austen while creating something cinematically transcendent. This is romance at its purest and most achingly beautiful. From English drawing rooms to Russian snowscapes, these films prove that great love stories are timeless. They remind us that passion can flourish even within society's strictest boundaries. If you enjoyed this journey through cinema's greatest period romances, subscribe for more. Which film stole your heart? Comment below.